ओंटारियो NDP ਦੀ ਲੀਡਰ ਐਂਡਰੀਆ ਹਾਵਤ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਓਟਾਵਾ 'ਚ ਹਸਪਤਾਲਾਂ ਲਈ ਹੋਰ ਨਰਸਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਯੁਕਤ ਕਰਨ ਤੇ ਸਿਖਲਾਈ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਇਰਾਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਚਰਚਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ਉਸ ਨਾਲ ਓਟਾਵਾ ਵੈਸਟ ਨੇਪੀਅਨ ਲਈ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੀ ਉਮੀਦਵਾਰ ਚੰਦਰ ਪਾਸਮਾ ਅਤੇ ਰਜਿਸਟਰਡ ਨਰਸ ਟੇਸਟਾ ਸ਼ਰਮਾ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੋਏ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਹਾਰਵਤ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪੱਤਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ओंटारियो ਦੇ ਵੋਟਰ 2 ਜੂਨ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਵੱਲ ਵਧ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ।
Because they're right on the money. And before I talk a little bit more about the topic that we're here to discuss this morning, I do want to acknowledge that there are still thousands of people, thousands of Ottawans without power, and I just want you to know we'll always fight not only to make sure that you get your power reconnected and back up and running, but making sure that our disaster relief programs are working for people, for small businesses and for communities, and we know that that's not a great system right now, and it needs improvement. I also want to take a moment not only to thank Chandra, but to thank Joel and all of these nurses that are with us this morning, and our message to everyone in Ontario is that we can fix what's broken in our healthcare system. We can hire more nurses. We can respect them and make sure that we are adding more supports to the ones that are there right now, but also make sure that there are more nurses being hired into the hospitals and every healthcare setting that we have, because it has been really troubling to see what nurses have had to deal with in the last number of years. I was just chatting with these wonderful nurses here, and they are telling me horror stories about what they and their colleagues are facing day in and day out as they try to do their best to provide the health care that people deserve and that people need. Right now in Ottawa, there are some 247 nurse vacancies, and I want to let people know that we can hire those 247 nurses, as well as increase the number of nurses overall in Ottawa's healthcare system. We have a plan to hire 30,000 more nurses into our healthcare system. We have a plan to hire 10,000 more PSWs into our healthcare system, because we know that our healthcare system has been falling apart. And we want to be sure that people have an understanding that we can have hope. We can have hope that the healthcare system can be fixed with the hiring of these nurses. With our plan of 30,000, that would mean 2,050 more nurses for the Ottawa area hospitals and other healthcare facilities, on top of the 247 that are now short in terms of the vacancies. We can make sure that nurses are respected by getting rid of Bill 124, scrapping the low-wage policy that disrespects nurses in Ontario and has been chasing them out of the healthcare system. We can make sure that we are returning our nurses that have left the system, and that we're creating new positions for late career nurses to help us with mentorship and with training. We know that there are thousands upon thousands of internationally trained nurses that we can help to become accredited. Those folks stayed on the sidelines while we were battling COVID-19 because we don't have a system that enables them to use their skills and to become accredited here in Ontario. So we're gonna fix that.